Alright, we're back with another turn resolution of War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. And this is Friedrich again, with the Allies. Uh, yeah, August 9th, 1942. Here goes the pipe with some expected duds. No surprise there. And the whale, why not? Why not fire duds as well? We're in 7% moonlight, as you can see here, and I don't have any night raids. I don't like to do it this dark. Um, there's a shore bombardment here at Kapang. I don't know if that will end up um, resulting in a deliberate attack. Okay, we've got our troops unloading here at Rennell Island. That's our uh, fast transport squadron. I don't know. I guess in this game terms, it's task force. All right, air action. Got some spotting, and it looks like he's spotting a lot of our stuff, and that's can be problematic. I don't know what he has up there. I know he has nothing at Tulagi, but Mandalay isn't going to go, it looks like. Okay, so Nels are coming after our APDs here at Rennell. That's... oh, the Gregory took one. Ah. Okay, the Gregory sinks. That's a shame. Just from one torpedo, which is kind of expected. We lose a lot of troops here. Oh man, that's terrible. For uh, small, what is it, battalion? That's crazy that it did that much damage to our troops. Yeah, that's, ooh. Um, but yeah, one torpedo hit. What are they coming at? They're coming in at 20,000 feet, but then they drop down and launch their torpedoes. I don't have any air cover there. I'm not as worried about. I don't like to lose the APDs. Don't like to lose the troops, but I'm not as worried as the bigger invasion stuff that's at Denny still. Um, and he's bombing us here at Yan'an. Um, I don't think even my, what are they, P-43s can reach it on to cover that. He's bombing our troops at Banjarmassen as well, which you can see there, but again, some of these things where he bombs, it makes me wonder if he has intention to do a deliberate attack or if he's just softening him up for later. Tulagi, we're hitting the airbase. If I remember correctly, his airbase was repairing a little bit, so we decided to uh, beat it up a little bit. Got some supply hits as well. Wonder what his supply situation is after all. Looks like we rescued some of the men that were on that Gregory sinking. Okay, trying to hit some of these subs, it looks like. Not successfully. Okay, so they're coming back again. Got our APDs here still parked here, and we damaged one earlier. A couple of damages here. Fortunately, they missed this time. Kapang, yeah, that can't last too much longer. Okay, we're hitting Mandalay. This division, well, and there's other troops here. There's the 33rd Division, and then there's the 94th JAAF. That just sounds funny to me. Um, anyway, this little engineering unit, and we're trying to keep that knocked or beat up if we can. We're disabling a bunch. Well, there may be fog of war here, but yeah, the goal is to like really keep it softened up so that when we decide to go in, we can hit it hard. And it looks like we did some more decent damage to it. Okay. And by the way, to repair those disabled units requires supplies. So there again, the idea or the hope is to really keep his supply usage drained. All right, I'm gonna push through if it's just a bombardment. Oh, okay. So this was a deliberate attack on this road here. This was expected because he did get in here last turn, and he kicked us to the west here. The problem with that is we can't. Well, the rail line was clear here anyway. So getting supplies to what is this Chusien was no big deal. So this guy is just being a nuisance. My guess is he'll stay there and try to, just be a moving target. But certainly we weren't useful here, and we'll be even less useful there. But here's the damage. Let's scroll down. I know sometimes I don't think to do this, like just the turn prior, but if I scroll down, our losses aren't that terrible. We did almost nothing to him, but we, yeah, it's not the best way to use these troops, I'm sure. But one thing can happen is we can maybe get to where we're able to reform at Chungking. All right. So the bombardment here actually backfires on him, and he takes a little bit of damage there. All right, Batavia is just a bombardment thing here today, but we're not giving at all as good as we're getting. Rangoon isn't that great for us either. Yeah, he does do the deliberate attack that I expected. Even at a fort level of 0, which he reduces it down to, we're able to hold 1-to-1 odds. It looks like because his 219 gets like thirded to, well, not quite, but anyway, to 84. And but we definitely take significant casualties here, even though we held. So it doesn't give me warm fuzzies to hold under those conditions. All right, you can see some of these numbers dropping as we bombard. I'm gonna push through here, and we'll see these drop more. I think, yeah, you can kind of see that. We're really softening this unit up. The numbers are looking better. Ours are going up a lot faster than his, and I'm not ready to do an attack again yet. I think I'd like to wait for these 2 tank units to get into here, but I don't know. It depends on the speed at which they're going to try to enter Cooktown. If they're taking too long, I don't want to wait much more. I just want to push out of there. But I see Luganville expanded to port size 6, which is great. That means a lot better troop movements in and out of that port. We can use it as a hub for now anyway. Or well, we were anyway, but it's more efficient. And I'm going to jump right into August 10 as soon as this is wrapped up, and we'll do the after action after that. Okay. All right, we're back. August 10th, 1942. So we took Tong Yi without firing a shot. Of course, nothing was there anyway, but we didn't even have to do our attack to take it. We're dropping more troops here at Rennell Island. Um, and the story behind that, well, I was doing it in phases and there was a reason. But in any case, this is the last of it. And then we're hopefully our APDs get out of there before we get hit again with Nels. But here at Kira Kira, we're unloading as well. I'd like to snag both of these bases. Well, I won't be able to get Kira Kira this turn because we just unloaded. All right, the I-23, our AMs aren't finding this sub, but okay, the skipjack is going to fire a dud. So that's at least 3 days, maybe more in a row. All right, but we get on the surface and we decide to fire guns. We actually take a hit back, but our 3 inches are doing decent damage. It's saying penetrated and then superstructure hit, but it's not doing well. We're not sure what damage it's doing. It's just saying, even when it penetrates, it's just saying penetrated. Maybe minor damage. Alright, and we get off at least 2 torpedoes there. Okay, one of them, one torpedo, however many torpedoes we fired total, one of them hits and explodes. We got on fire heavy damage. That's likely to sink, and it does. It's just an AKL, but I mean, I won't complain if we sink a ship, regardless of size. Kira Kira, more unloading there. All right, the O-20, and here we are with a Dutch sub. These things we kind of rely on as our old faithfuls, but he misses completely. The narwhal, we're gonna get a dud, of course. So there's that. When the era of duds is over, I'll be very grateful. All right, we got a reported hit, another reported hit. Okay, Kitty Hawks. These are just our daily sweeps over Cooktown. All right, see his troops got in here, slid in here this last turn. All right, we got the sweep over Mandalay. Yeah, Yannan is being bombed, like, into oblivion. Banjarmasten is being bombed again. He's still whittling us away here with his bombers. And he did get into our troops here. Um, where's my... Okay, so my brain is going into what happened to our I had a long range cap scheduled to be there. Wonder how that got missed. All right, but we bomb here at Cooktown. We're back to bombing the air base there because he got enough repair points into that that I didn't like that. So we're beating it up. Plus, we're actually doing some real high um, supply damage, so that's good. Keep him. See, wait, what? We swept. We swept instead of long range kill. Great. Okay. Cooktown being bombed again. Well, and we're gonna be doing this with a few more raids. Okay. Um, yeah, these are just the piecemeal stuff that's not doing a lot, but maybe, every little bit helps. Yeah, man, what was I thinking? Sweeping? Okay. Okay, potentially hit something here. I don't like to rely on that at all, though. All right, we are bombing whatever tanks or units he has here from. And you can see here, we actually three. So it looks like the 5th Tank Regiment is taking significant damage. 3 destroyed vehicles. Now, this could be trucks. I like to say they're tanks because that makes me feel better, but it could be trucks. 19 disabled. And this does nothing. Now, it is severe storms. If that were clear, ooh, we could have a field day. Because that's clear terrain there. Yeah, Batavia, we haven't gotten any good response with our artillery. They're doing a deliberate attack again here at Kapang on Timor, and we hold again, but the casualties are pretty terrible for us. We do a little bit of damage to them. Now it's been a while since they've done a deliberate attack here. Let's see how we do. Okay, yeah, we're done. Our troops are decided they don't want to do this anymore. Now I'd like to, I haven't looked at this in a long time. It'd be very curious to me to see how long since we got kicked out of Balikpapan that we've been holding him hostage here. Now, having said that, he really hasn't been held hostage. We have one small, probably regiment or smaller even, sitting here fighting us. So it's not like we've held on some epic battle, holding up a division or something similar. It's kind of been, if you think about it, it's actually been kind of weak and probably a drain on us more than on him with getting supplies over there for him. Here we're taking Rennell Island, and that's just what it is because it's in there to keep us from taking it. And here we are bombarding Cooktown, pushing his numbers down. And he had 745. We had 1241 or 2, I think. But we've jumped up 20. He's jumped up 0. I think we're getting stronger while he's getting weaker. And here we're shock attacking. I was thinking, why do let's just eliminate this thing once and for all. But anyway, we don't get him. He retreats. Although it's 359 to 1. Um, he must have, because I don't see ops mode issue. He must have switched to combat mode. But with disruption, fatigue, experience, and supply being an issue, he had like only one defense drop from 29. Our 389 only dropped to 359, but we had shock and we had this kind of conflicting leaders issue. But in any case, we don't take much damage at all, and he takes significant casualties. I don't know what he has left, but the idea is the goal in my mind is to kind of eliminate that so we don't have something operating our rear. I don't know if he worked his way up here and then worked back around or what, but he must have been hiding somewhere in this area and then finally came out probably because of low supply, just deciding to try to make a run for the oh, I know what he was doing. I'll talk about it in a minute. And we'll just jump into after action. I saw some expansions, but there wasn't anything that was extremely noteworthy. Mm, but we can double check those as well. Let's see how we wrap this up. All right. Okay, on to the analysis. We lost 4 aircraft due to operational losses. He lost 2. And we can look at the details here. He lost an Oscar and a Topsy. We lost a couple of Dauntlesses, a Wellington, and a SB3. That might have been from I was relocating my Chinese bombers from Changsha to Chungking. That could be from that. Um, by the way, this is literally at the end. I've already done all that I'm gonna do and sent the turn on. So what you're gonna if you see anything, it's already set in stone. Um, well, let's do this real quick. We lost no pilots whatsoever, so that's always a good thing. I don't like losing the aircraft, but I certainly don't want to lose the pilots. We sank this 2-point cargo ship by Japan, and every ship sunk is one less for him, so we'll take it. All right. I think I'm done with that screen. Here's what I think was happening. This is literally just an assumption. All right, so he was trying to do something we did to him earlier, where we had all the hex sides except for this one when his Japanese division was here. So we came around and cut this off, and we did that in another place or two on the map as well. And isolated it so that we could destroy it. But I think what he was trying to do is because he owned the hex sides except for this one, and he still does for that matter on a technical level. See that red, red, and I think he had troops here. He decided he'd swing around and sneak over here to do the same thing to me and cut off this huge force. But I've got too many guys roaming around here. I've got these armored units, an armored car, and I think that he didn't expect that. And we've got this base force coming here to build this up. We're gonna use our armored car to chase this guy. I think we should get him before he gets up here, um, because this is an armored car. And we're heading into here. We got this guy back heading out on the road, gonna come up this way. So should be good to go there. Um, all right. Let's see. We're unloading supplies here, much needed. I don't know how this mechanic works, but we do have planes flying out here. I don't want them running out of supplies. I want them to be operating at optimal levels. And um, I don't know how much supply matters with these aircraft because I've used them on dot bases before and it looks like they use zero, but I just don't want to take a chance. Um, this ship here, I don't know if I talked about it ever. I read that it had run across rocks there at Endeni and realized, wow, rocks did this much damage. So we're heading back to Luganville. I have a repair ship here. I don't know how much the repair ship will repair. If it won't repair anything, we'll have to take the slow boat to Sydney and try to repair it there. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, this was our main amphibious invasion force, and they finally finished unloading. Now we just have some follow-up engineers that are coming here to set up an air base. And check this out, 194 engineers, 19 engineer vehicles. This should get this up and operational in no time. And we've taken this base. We're going to try to airlift supplies for now. Um, if I have to, I'll get carriers involved. We'll get supplies here and also more engineers here as well. Bring them from Noumea, New Caledonia, or Luganville. Get them up here, build up this base like we were talking about. We're gonna attack this base as well and take Kira Kira. And then, I'm not worried about some of these. That has no value to me really. This one at least has a base air capacity of 3. And then I'm not saying we're going to use it. We may just occupy it just so he can't. We've got troops already working to looking at Luganville. I'm sorry, Guadalcanal, Lunga is what I meant to say. And that's our next objective, I think. But certainly we're going to need carrier escort for that because that's going to be a lot more dangerous. And to that end, I don't know if I'm looking at it yet. Let's see. Like I said, I already sent in the turn. Where? F4s. We're looking at Tulagi still, but maybe in another turn or two, we'll look up here at Lunga, see what he has. I don't want to radio what I'm doing just yet. He knows we took Ndeni, and he knows we're taking these. I I don't want to give too much away, but I mean we could always also use Russell Island. Um, but But that's that. Oh, and by the way, let me sneak back over here. Baker is about to be bombarded. Here's our ship, our battleships here. Looks like he knows he's expecting it. He's got his sub here. We're still going in and doing it. It is what it is. And maybe we can destroy it in the shallow waters, that sub. And then hopefully we don't take a torpedo into the side of our battleships. And then we'll come back to Canton, we'll replenish, and then we can keep hitting this. And then, pardon me. And then I think we've got all the stuff we need here. That reminds me, we have been looking here. He has one unit holding that. I think it's time to. I didn't set up our amphibious task force yet. I was kind of hoping this would get here. I don't know that I need to wait on it, but we have quite a bit that I want to take. So I'd like to use as many transports as possible to since it's an atoll that we're going to have to shock attack. Um, but you can see with that sub there at Baker, he's kind of expecting something. He's been attacking this the last couple turns, and it's getting low on supplies. He's probably going to take it very shortly. We've got zero fortifications. I think it's just a matter of a short time. Batavia, that's if it held until I could counterattack somewhere like Chillicothe, that would be crazy. Um, let's see. But moving up to Burma, still things are in motion. We've got the 254th Armored Brigade. That's still working on replenishing, reinforcing, etc. But that's heading down to Akyab, and from there we'll probably find a way to get down here. I'm trying to get a foot unit. I'd like to see how I can take this. That's going to be a challenge. Because I don't want to have my tanks come down this road and cut across. If I could have troops do it, that'd be better. Uh, and I might have to march them because if I try to do a seaborne invasion, and surely he's got Nels or Bettys nearby to knock me out. But then I can come in the back door, maybe hit Prom or bypass it and come down here and just enter Rangoon. I don't know. But I don't like that he has these two bases here, keeping supplies from coming down this road. But anyway, I think that's kind of. I mean, we don't need to rehash what's going on here. We're reinforcing Shuebo, and what's going on here. We're building putting an offensive together for this area here. But I'm trying to get the 7th Armored Brigade out of there. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure I want to rebuild this. We've got 43 assault strength, which isn't anything to sneeze at. But I don't want to rebuild it, use up my tanks, and then end up losing this unit anyway. So anyway, I'm trying to get out of there. I'll come back with the 2nd Division, and we'll see what's the next step after that. But yeah, I think I've covered everything I really want to, and I'm at least what I can think of right now. If I've forgotten something, I'll try to remember next time. Oh, I did want to show this since I kind of wasn't thinking about it. Christchurch Kumok Airfield 6. That's kind of cool. Bora Bora Port Size 1. That's good because loading and unloading will be helpful. And then Tahiti. I know for a fact some of you viewers are going to say, "What are you doing down here in the South Pacific?" And that's a good question. Now, Tahiti, I want to build up because the value is times 20. So why not max these out? And I've turned off the fortifications. I got it to 1. This is not threatened to be invaded, so I'm not going to do any more. But I'd like to max these out if I can. Bora Bora, I wanted to actually evacuate because these, well, what was my reason here? Uh, I don't even know anymore. Um, it's only times 1 for us. Um, in any case, I don't know. I guess we'll let these CBs take a vacation there, and we'll pick them up a bit later. Um, and then the other place that we kind of have a base set up as a backstop, and this was planned before we held up in the South Pacific, was Tonga Tapu Tonga Tapu. I don't know. And we're building this base up, but it looks like this one is also unnecessary. But in the meantime, we'll get the points from the VP from the upgrades here. It's only times one. And then eventually we'll pick these guys up also. We've got a couple of US and C engineers, let's say, in different places that we can grab and put them where we want them. So yeah, I'll just have to make sure I have access to some transports when I'm ready to grab them. All right. Yeah, in fact, maybe they'll go places like Vaitupu or Baker Island, something like that. But yeah, we're about ready to embark on the invasion of Baker, and then Vaitupu, I think, is going to be my next objective. And then I'm going to be looking in here for something, and I really want it to be Tabatuea, and that would be if I could take Baker and Vaitupu and then triangulate and take that. That would give me a nice base to build up and really be menacing here in the Central Pacific. But yeah, that's the goal anyway. So in the meantime, let's come back and talk about August 11 next time. Take care and have a good rest of your day. Bye.